Good afternoon. Are there any differences between students of different countries? We took a look at Kazan Federal University through the Austrian students' eyes. You will see it all yourself in a few minutes. My name is Aliya Ismagilova and it is Student News. This year, Russia was honored to hold the 27th Summer Universiade. This summer, Kazan was the capital of student sport. How did the city cope with this mission? Who was the main leading force? Answers to this question are in the next video. Kazan is called the third capital of Russia, but the city can rightfully claim to be the first. The first sports capital of Russia. This summer, more than 30,000 athletes from around the world brought together in Kazan to take part in the 27th World Summer Universiade. Thousands of people were involved in preparation for the grand celebration of university sports. Kazan Federal University played a special role in the games. Volunteers recruiting centers opened long before the start of the university. The main university of Kazan produced the largest team of helpers, more than 4,000 people. All in all, 20,000 people were involved in the games. Hundreds of people took to the streets of Kazan on the solemn day of the 27th World Summer Universiade's opening. The record of its length university torch relay was driving to a close. The finish was at the walls of Kazan Federal University. I'm very happy, like all students of Kazan Federal University, who were waiting for this great event and loudly applauded when the sportsmen were running with the torch. From the first days of the games, Kazan Federal University accepted not only indirect but also the most direct part in the university. 15 athletes from the Russian team are students and graduates of the Kazan Federal University. Very few universities can boast of so many outstanding athletes. Students of Kazan Federal University won many medals. Maria Shikerova, one of the first rows on the podium with a bronze medal in judo. The first president of the Republic of Tatarstan applauded Yana Martinova, who won 2 medals in swimming, gold and silver ones. Athletes of Kazan Federal University showed stunning results. Radelka Shefrazov became the first in the relay 400 meters by 4. Kazan Federal University's graduate Yulia Zaripova didn't leave any chance to competitors, confounding golden hopes in the 3,000 meters women running with obstacles. When I travel abroad for major starts, I am asked about teaching in Kazan Federal University. It's not that people know. Not Russian, but foreign journalists ask me about it, and I am very proud of this fact. Not without efforts of Antonina Savelyeва, Russian women's team by table tennis won a bronze medal in the team competition. The new discipline of the university in wrestling was won by Ildar Geniatulin. Student of Kazan Federal University proves that Russia has no equal competitors in the Tatar national sport.
Ildar Geniatulin, Russia.
Our weightlifters also won several medals. Dmitry Khavikov brought the bronze, and Andrei Zimanov, despite a shoulder injury received at the recent Olympic Games in London, won the silver one. At trainings, I didn't live as much as now. Apparently, the native was hub. Everybody calls those with whom I studied know that I perform here. They say that will root for me. After heavy competition days, the athletes returned to the university village. Every evening, there was an entertainment program prepared by the students of Kazan Federal University.
I'm good, Kazan good, organization good.
Kazan Federal University's TV was broadcasting from the university village, talking about the most exciting sport events during the whole period of the university.
Спортсмены разыгрывают заключительные комплекты наград.
Победители универсиады принимают поздравления.
Еще одна медаль в копилку сборной России на универсиаде.
After the games, the university village became the property of Kazan Federal University, and now it is the largest and most modern student campus in Russia. will remind about this long-expected wonderful event in the history of Kazan.
Будем долго помнить
We
об
will remember the
универсиаде.
University in 2080, the World Cup, another great event will be here in Kazan. And I think we will tell our grandchildren how we had university in Kazan. Liza Romanova, volunteer of the University 2013.
Универсиада в Казани.
Undoubtedly, this university will forever remain in the hearts of the citizens, participants and organizers of the great holiday. Also, it will be a new page in the history of Kazan Federal University, and we will be very proud to tell about it to the new and future generations of students. Kazan Federal University is not only one of the leading universities, but it is also one of the oldest universities in Russia. It has a history of more than 200 years. Many famous people like Vladimir Lenin and Lev Tolstoy studied here. The university is also famous by the name of scientists in various fields. That is why students from all over the world want to come to this university. These days, the students from Innsbruck are guests of our university. We decided to take a look at our university through their eyes. Let's watch what came out of it.
We're making experiments with spherical waves, and right now we are trying to visualize them.
The Austrian students of Innsbruck University came to Kazan Federal University for 2 weeks. Here they have a practice in new laboratories of the Institute of Physics.
At our university we have to practice, but not especially such a good optics lab as the University of Kazan has. So we took the opportunity to make about 12 optics experiments here.
In the optic laboratory we got acquainted with Christopher, a student from Austria. Like all young people, he likes to travel, but this is his first time in Kazan.
I really like other countries and to travel, but when I have to study in Innsbruck, it's not possible because we don't have enough free time. So, yeah, that's one of. Therefore, I choose the opportunity to come here to Kazan because it's different. It's not like there's Austria or Central Europe, and yeah, I think Russia is a great country. Yeah, I didn't know a lot of Russia before I come here, but I think it's very good. I didn't think that Kazan is such big as it is, because 1 hour to the university and is very long for me. In Innsbruck it only takes me 20 minutes because Innsbruck is so small.
Christopher lives with students of Kazan Federal University in the University Village, the best students' campus in Russia.
These are Alex and Gregor. Alex is one of my roommates, and I think they are writing one of our protocols from our experiments at the laboratory. Yeah, we usually get up at about 7. Then I do a little bit of sports in the morning, go jogging for about an hour. And after that I'm having breakfast, and then we leave at about 9 to go to the university. Yeah, this is our kitchen, and it's early in the afternoon and we are hungry, so we are cooking for 12 people or something like this. And I am very hungry now, so I hope it doesn't take a long time. So, what's on, guys? How long does it take until we can eat?
Make an educated guess. I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah. This is the place where we meet most of the other people who live here. And yeah, unfortunately not a lot of them speak English, but some do, and so we can talk with them. And in the evening we're going to play table tennis with 2 of the guys.
We knew that Austrian students arrived in Kazan and were very happy to get acquainted with them.
Table tennis. At 7 we are going to play table tennis, or? Yeah. We are having dinner now, lunch now, and I think you need someone special, or?
They liked Russian cuisine but didn't change their food habits. Students' favorite dish is spaghetti. It doesn't matter what country you are from, but you can't forget about lessons even at breaks. Guests from Innsbruck have time to admire not only physics laboratories.
Today we are visiting the planetarium.
And now we'll go there and see the oldest telescope which belonged to America.
Построен на немецкой земле, но это русская обсерватория.
Wow, geil! It looks very old. It's not fine to lay here like this. It looks very interesting.
Have you got something like that in Innsbruck?
We have an astronomy laboratory, but I think we don't have such a big one. So, jetzt hat keiner was gesagt, dass wir nicht einlegen da. Whoa! On the whole room you can see the film, and it's very, very impressive with the 3D effects. It's very, very cool.
Have you got in Innsbruck something like this?
No. We only have a normal cinema with normal 3D effects, but not a great room like this. It's very, very impressive.
Despite the number of unknown places and words, Christopher says that Russia and Austria haven't got many differences. People and weather are very similar.
I like Kazan, and it's not a very big difference from the people. We have shopping malls, etc. too in Innsbruck, and I would say it's not a very big difference to Austria.
Have you already learned some Russian words?
Yeah, I can say spasiba and нет and до свидания.
It is the life of young physics, the future of our science. And in whose hands is our science now? More than 100 physicists from different parts of the world met in Kazan University. The best minds of the Earth were united during the Pyotr Feofilov Symposium, a famous Russian optical scientist.
The theme of the 15th anniversary Feofilov Symposium was crystal spectrography activated by ions of transitional and rare earth metals. This theme says nothing for those who are not interested in physics. However, many discoveries and developments in the field of spectrography of crystals are widely used nowadays. For example, the knowledge of crystal composition enabled to improve its properties. Crystal spectrography means the development of displays, illuminators, which characteristic that we have not seen before. For example, computer or laptop that you bought 5 years ago contains completely different screen. It is cloudy, not sharp. Nowadays, computer screens resolution and brightness have drastically increased. All these are the application of this spectroscopy we are talking about, apart from the fundamental issues that are always interesting. The range of problems of crystal spectrography has only become wider since this branch was born half a century ago. This field of physics, which was initially predicted great practical importance, has gradually grown into the whole area of basic research. Many of them were discussed at Feofilov Symposium, and some raised numerous questions and criticism. Some, on the contrary, had positive reviews. This is the biggest advantage of such kind of conference, that here you can find solution to different questions that scientists couldn't solve in laboratories for a long time. It is remarkable that here in Kazan, despite all organizational difficulties, the physical science has always stayed at the cutting edge of scientific research.
To see new results, to get some connections with people and get the latest advances in several fields. So I think it's
Arranging large-scale scientific meeting like Fairfield Symposium is on the one hand an additional impact to development of science at the university. On the other hand, contacts and communication with foreign colleagues open for Kazan Federal University's scientists new horizons and offer great possibilities.
Every day of Kazan Federal University is a kaleidoscope of events and emotions. For those who count every minute is our overview of the most interesting news of the week. My colleague Olga Danilova will continue.
Kazan Federal University is becoming more attractive for foreign students. This year, 279 foreign students have gotten their first students' record books. Administration of university intend to increase this figure, creating favorable conditions for students' admission. In the following year, terms of documents reception for foreign students will be extended. Eurasian Scientific Forum definitely become a brand of our university. Scientists from near and far abroad came to our university to discuss cooperation between the states of Eurasia. Minority issues have been raised at the round-table discussion on current issues of human rights and the rights of minorities. A new law about the school uniform in which pupils are prohibited to wear religious attributes, including the hijab, was discussed within the framework of this event. No less severe was the theme of sexual minorities. Some of the participants could not withstand the intensity of emotions and left the round table in the midst of it. Champion of the Dakar Rally 2013, Eduard Nikolaev met with the students of Kazan Federal University. The pilot of a high-speed Kamaz told how to get into the team and told the secret that during the competition he is supported with plush toy on the back panel of the car.
Such was these days. Discuss the news in our chat. Leave your comments and ask questions. In the next program we will answer the most interesting questions. It was the student news. See you soon. Bye-bye.